these are NBA players who hate each other.
I don't like them Brooks.
You a bum-ass bitch.
Fucking bum.
And first, some NBA players have beef over one of the most famous girls on the planet. Ben Simmons used to be a different man. I mean, he actually played basketball and was actually good. So he wasn't only rewarded with millions of dollars and millions of followers. He attracted a baddie, Kendall Jenner. These two started going everywhere together. So of course their relationship went viral. And at first, everything seemed all good. But one night changed everything. See, Ben hit up one of his NBA friends, Devin Booker, and they decided to go on a double date to one of the most popular restaurants in Hollywood. But this was the night Ben realized he just introduced his girl to his friend, and she got stolen because Book knows a thing or two about good D. And not even a week later, Kendall told the world she dropped Ben faster than he could hit a jumper.
What's happening with you and Devin Booker?
He's my boyfriend.
Now these two started being seen on date nights and at sporting events. Kendall even started showing up to Book's games.
I watch every game. All my friends and family know that I sit with my phone wherever I am.
So with him knowing that Kendall would be watching when the Suns and 76ers faced off for the first time since the double date, Book showed both Ben and Kendall who daddy was. He dropped 36 points on dude's head after stealing his girl. The situation had everybody on Twitter talking about it. So it's safe to say, since everybody was clowning Ben, he ain't ever hopping on a Kardashian or social media again. But Book and Ben's beef only involved the court and the bedroom. Two other players' beef ended up in the studio. Sometimes having the best season of your career isn't a good thing. Just ask Marvin Bagley. Because he played so well during his rookie year, many predicted he was set to become one of the league's biggest stars. But even though he was getting hella attention, none of it got to his head. Until he landed an opportunity to have the interview of a lifetime in front of millions on ESPN's First Take. It was here Marvin ignited a beef with one of the NBA's best players. Because once he started being asked about his rap career, he took things to the extreme.
But who is the best MC in the NBA?
Man, me.
So if Damian Lillard would accept that battle, would you do it here on First Take?
Man, whatever, man. I'm with whatever.
Dude really said all of that. He had to be off the Henny. How you gonna be on live TV treating Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar, like he's only worth a penny? Just take a look at Dame on YouTube. You can see he's literally got songs with millions of views. So ain't no way he was about to let a youngin' come for his neck with that type of disrespect. And right after Dame heard the news, he responded to Marvin saying, shoot, it only took Marvin a few hours. He dropped a song called No Debate, with him and Dame in the cover art. But see, the lyrics of the song had nothing to even do with the beef. So it seemed like Marvin already had the song done before his interview and only claimed to be the NBA's best rapper along with calling out Dame as a publicity stunt to promote his music. But Dame wasn't having it. And within just a few hours, he let Marvin know he might be a king of sack, but his raps are whack, and dropped a diss track.
This boy didn't call my name. Amateur bars, man. Look, I'm really solid like I say, so why you come for me? I got respect in both careers, moving comfortably. You ain't established in the league for one. You a clown, so go and enjoy the circus. Knee deep in the game and you barely scratching the surface.
Now at this point, I thought Marvin was done. Dame shit on both of his careers in one. Even the album art was clowning Marvin. So not only did everybody on Twitter have something to say about this, Miles Bridges, an NBA rapper himself, was telling Dame to chill. And Joe Budden claimed that this beef was over. But come on now, nobody cares what this dude says, especially not Marvin. So even though he knew that no matter what anybody said, he was still a king, he hopped on the mic one more time and dropped some heat.
I'm finna turn this Dame down to the chump change. I'm that main or that man or that mean. Whatever you want, nigga, I'm that clean.
Whoa. What the hell does that even mean? How you gonna come at the Dame Dollar and say something stupid like that? Marvin must have been starving for attention. Dude does play for the Kings, so there ain't much excitement in basketball. It explains why he took this situation to the extreme. But see, it didn't matter what he did, because Dame's known to take shots and not pump fake. That's why he went back to back and turned himself into Drake.
I hope the king learned his lesson, it's a bad investment. I never crack in the moment, you made a bad assessment. Little boys get excited and make a tragic exit. I had respect for the movement, but you were sadly desperate. In my lane in both games and you in no position. If I'm your coach, I won't depend on you for no decisions.
Oh my god, Dame really did Marvin like the Thunder. Waved bye-bye, tweeted out I'm done after finish my album, then dropped the mic. But speaking of NBA rappers, two players started beefing over NBA Youngboy? Once the Magic selected Paolo Banchero with the #1 pick, his hype went to an all-time high, and everybody wanted to see him play. So he was instantly invited to one of the biggest summer league games with other NBA players. At first, Paolo thought it would be a great opportunity, especially because he had the chance to share the court with a player who not only became an NBA All-Star, but grew up playing basketball with Paolo, DeJounte Murray. So the game should have been a lighthearted matchup. But after certain words were exchanged, things turned personal. During their matchup, both Paolo and DeJounte took over. At first, DeJounte got a steal and started talking all tough. Then right after, Paolo got an and one, which really fired things up. So on the very next play, DeJounte took things to a whole new level. Damn, with Paolo on him, not only did he fake him out, he turned a scrim into a dunk contest. DeJounte even called dude a little ass boy and threw the ball at him like he was nothing. So after that, they kept going at it. Now with all that going down, of course the beef didn't stay in the gym. First, the heated matchup ended up all over ESPN. But eventually, things got even crazier on the gram. Paolo called DeJounte out for unfollowing him and clowned him for not guarding up and needing to send double teams. Then, DeJounte replied, talking about how Paolo tried flexing his #1 pick status on him, and that he's rocked with Paolo ever since they were kids growing up in Seattle. He even made one more disrespectful post, and in the caption, he admitted it was disrespectful. But Paolo put an end to the online beef, claiming DeJounte was just acting for the narrative. So when the boys matched up for the first time on an NBA court, fans anticipated who'd pull the trigger first. But both guys let their game do the talking. DeJounte dropped 20, Paolo dropped 20, and it turned out, after the game, Paolo let us know the real reason DeJounte even started talking trash. At that pickup game, Paolo told him, "Young boy is better than Young Thug?" And apparently he just snapped. Like what? Dude really got upset over that. But at least their hate towards each other's only been going on for a few months. How about the NBA players who've had beef for a decade? Right before these two stars joined the NBA, Joel Embiid had to show the world who the better pick was.
Spread the floor, Sheldon. Oh my goodness!
Joel Embiid turned Marcus Smart into Marcus Dumb. Embiid made sure Smart could never forget this play by turning this moment into his first ever Instagram post. But just the dunk wasn't enough. Embiid even threw shade at him with the caption saying, "Not very smart," to jump on that one. So obviously trolling someone's name wasn't gonna go well. And that started a beef that followed them into the NBA. As soon as they came face to face in a heated playoff matchup, Embiid tried making Smart not able to have kids? And now you can see why Embiid's a center. Man loves touching tips. But I mean, that's gotta be a foul, right? Smart couldn't even stand up. Well, Smart was never gonna forget this. But at this point, things were getting personal. And the next time they saw each other, the hate went to another level.
Very good point. And Marcus Smart and Embiid's going right back at him. The Sixers wisely keeping Embiid away.
As soon as he sent a cheap shot Smart's way, he got thrown to the ground like he was nothing. But it not only cost Smart the game, it even cost him 50 bands. And he got thrown out of the arena. So cause that shove cost Smart a check, he sent a message at Embiid's neck that he wasn't playing around. But it was clear neither of them were over this beef, cause opening night turned into another fight.
Flip doesn't go. And a foul call. Smart and Embiid get into it a bit. Embiid slips down. Brown steps in.
Oh my god, Embiid damn near trying to rip dude's arm off. This is the NBA, not the UFC. Can't just be doing all that. But even though the game continued after things calmed down, during post-game interviews, Smart let us know that this beef will never end.
I stopped play, my arm's still stuck in there and he tries to break it. And then I'm the only one that gets attacked, so, I could have cracked his head open, but I didn't.
Damn, Smart would really crack dude's head just for trying to snap his arm? Embiid's gotta be careful, cause some beefs turn into life-threatening injuries, career-ruining scandals, and even balls to the face?
These two guys got smoked.
Who?
Giannis and James Harden.
What?
One MVP race wasn't just players trying to be great, it was fueled by hate. Even though Harden was averaging legendary numbers, the player he was competing with, Giannis, tried to guarantee himself the award, cause in front of millions, he made it seem like Harden was ass.
I'm between Kemba and Trae Young.
Wait, you don't want the dribbler?
I want somebody that's gonna pass the ball. That's what I want.
Hold up, someone who would pass the ball? Wasn't he averaging more assists per game than who Giannis picked? Even Harden was confused.
Giannis Antetokounmpo makes a joke on the air about, I want to take someone who can pass. I'm taking Kemba Walker instead of James Harden.
I average more assists than him, I think. So I don't see what the joke is. I just know none of them can mess with me.
So yeah, just cause Giannis was capping, I already knew there'd be some action. And with them being on separate teams in the All-Star game, the situation got even more heated. Cause Giannis caught Harden with an elbow to the jaw. Then after, Giannis clowned Harden even more.
First, we were just trying to, find whoever James Harden was guarding. That's who we thought we were gonna have the opportunity to score on.
Damn, Giannis, how you gonna clown Harden's D like that? Oh wait, so did we. Wait, wrong D. Things between these two were escalating, and fans expected the beef to continue. So as the season went on, both players kept going off, and Harden decided to throw shade one more time.
But I wish I could just run and with 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like, that takes no skill at all.
But even though Harden said all of that, Giannis took his game to a whole new level. And not only did Giannis end up winning the MVP race, he ended things with balls to the face?
Back down and he hit Harden in the head.
But alright, at least that beef only cost Harden some mouth. Another beef turned into a $140 million scandal. See, fame is not the only thing that got to Jordan Poole's head, cause during a Warriors practice, once he started talking crazy towards one of his teammates, a well-known NBA thug, Draymond Green, Draymond wasn't about to let some kid son him, so he walked over to Poole, got in his grill, and put that little baby to sleep. But that few seconds became the biggest controversy in sports.
This is the biggest crisis that we've ever had.
It turned out, Poole didn't just call Draymond Captain Graybeard or say he looked like the donkey from Shrek. Poole called him a walking triple single. Yeah, honestly, it was only a matter of time before these two would have beef, because of what Draymond's first impression was of Poole.
Jordan came into camp talking shit to everybody, and I remember one day, him and Glenn Robinson III, they got into it. All these guys are coming to me like, tell him to shut up. His young ass always got something to say.
So cause Poole's been known to beef with teammates, fans had Draymond's back and literally turned Poole into a meme by customizing his 2K character with a black eye. Things were getting out of hand, but with the Warriors wanting to hurry up and move on so they could focus on another championship run, they tried sweeping this situation under the rug by handling the punishments without the league getting involved. And the Warriors owner told the world.
He was fined to the maximum, and he took some time away from the team, and he's obviously got some repair work to do. We all know that. He knows that.
Now, many people began speculating that Draymond's punishment should have been much higher than any fine, or that the league should have done some investigating around the situation on a criminal level. But out of nowhere, Draymond apologized, and news broke that the Warriors gave Poole a bigger bag than most NBA All-Stars, a 4-year, $140 million contract. So the situation's been quiet ever since. But there is one Warrior whose hate for another player fueled him to win a championship. During a regular season matchup between two of the NBA's top teams, the Warriors and Grizzlies both had stars sitting out, and this still became one of the most entertaining beginnings to a rivalry ever. During the game, Klay Thompson sat on the bench and was forced to watch the Grizzlies go crazy, from and ones to a dunk of the year. The Grizzlies were hooping, and literally dubbed the Dubs by over a dub. But after the game, one Grizzly made the biggest mistake of his life. Jaren Jackson Jr. whipped out his Twitter fingers and made a mockery of the Warriors slogan. He claimed that the Grizzlies were the ones with strength in numbers, but he should have thought twice before mocking a dynasty, because little did he know, they were about to come face to face in the NBA playoffs. And cause things weren't just one game, there were no excuses. But that's when the Warriors taught the Grizzlies to watch what they say. Because not only did they beat them 4-2 and eventually move on to win an NBA championship, it turned out that the Warriors' entire motivation came from the regular season matchup with the Grizzlies, and especially Jaren Jackson's tweet. But that wasn't the only secret that got revealed after the championship celebration, when Clay got disrespectful.
There was this one player on the Grizzlies who tweeted strength in numbers after they beat us in the regular season, and it pissed me off so much. I can't wait to retweet that thing. Freaking bum. I had to watch that. I'm just like, this freaking clown.
Clay went in. He's just lucky talking crazy like that didn't end an NBA career like LeBron James beef. The crazy thing is, the player who started hating on LeBron wasn't even on the court tonight. He just watched LeBron and the Cavs smack the Knicks by over 30 points, troll them on the sidelines, and become the headline of every sports show. So, itching for attention, Enes Kanter came out of the shadows calling him out. He said, with LeBron, it was weird. I remember watching the Cavs blowing out the Knicks at Madison Square Garden, and they started playing the bottle flip game. I was like, this is disrespectful, man. This is messed up. To be honest, it seemed kinda weird that a dude not on the Knicks was defending the Knicks. But ironically, during the very next free agency, Kanter signed with their team. Everybody wondered if LeBron had heard Kanter's criticism. But whether he did or not, he randomly started publicly criticizing the Knicks.
The Knicks passed on a really good one, and Dallas got the diamond in the rough.
This didn't seem like much, but randomly saying what the Knicks woulda, coulda, shoulda done didn't sit well with Kanter's ego. So we got involved and quoted the tweet saying, nah, we love what we got. Everybody was waiting on LeBron's response, but once again, he took the high road. Till his very next matchup with the Knicks, he caught an alley-oop and trolled the team again until all hell broke loose.
And the crowd loves him. Now Kanter getting in his face. So pushing and shoving, Kanter sticking up for his 19-year-old rookie.
Kanter was pissed that LeBron was not only acting like he was a king, but also trying to punk the younger and smaller Frank Ntilikina, the player LeBron randomly said the Knicks shouldn't have drafted. So during post-game interviews, Kanter got disrespectful.
And you ain't coming to my house playing that water bottle flip game again. I don't care who you are, king, queen, princess, whatever you are. You know what? We're gonna fight, and nobody out there gonna punk us.
Now, I respect Kanter for trying to make it seem like he's tough, but ain't no way he was about to fight anybody, man. And LeBron knew it, so he trolled Kanter right back.
You can call yourself king, queen, princess, you're not gonna punk us.
Well, I'm the king, my wife is the queen, and my daughter is the princess, so we got all three covered.
Now, after LeBron let Kanter know everybody's role in the kingdom, nobody's fingers itch for an Instagram post more than him. So LeBron rubbed in the situation even more, telling the world that he's the king of New York and that Madison Square Garden's his favorite playground, basically saying the Knicks are his kids. And you'd think the trolling would stop there, but LeBron's not just a basketball king, he's also the petty king. So the next time he matched up against Kanter and the Knicks, he debuted some new drip. Exclusive I'm King shoes. And these were a direct message at Enes Kanter. But not only did these kicks make every headline, they even had LeBron's biggest fan, Shannon Sharpe, calling out Enes Kanter on live TV.
He was trolling Enes Kanter because Enes Kanter pretended like he wanted to be tough. So LeBron James said, I just want you to know, Kanter, who I am, what I am. He had black shoes on and big old white leather.
Big white leather.
Big old white leather.
Now, they had a point. I mean, LeBron's a king and Kanter's ass. But to be honest, it seemed like Kanter just loved the attention. Because when he showed up to his own interview to talk about his beef with LeBron and the shoes, at first, he made a joke out of the situation.
This is the shoe I hated. I hope he burns these shoes.
But all the talk about shoes had Kanter secretly planning something for the next time they saw each other. And right when Kanter walked on the court, his shoes had everybody talking.
Enes Kanter has spoken out on human rights issues in China for quite some time. And yesterday on social media, Kanter tweeted photos of the shoes he's wearing tonight, which attacked LeBron James's lifetime partnership with Nike.
What was on Kanter's feet became the biggest story of his career. His shoes called out LeBron and Nike, claiming they both supported China by choosing money over morals. Nobody had ever come at LeBron so hard or so many times. So after the matchup, of course he was asked about it.
No, I think if you know me, I don't really give too many people my energy. He's definitely not someone I would give my energy to.
But even though LeBron wasn't going to give Kanter any energy, the NBA was. Turns out, just for Kanter's custom shoes that protested against him, Nike, and China. He wasn't only traded to the Rockets and instantly cut. Since then, Kanter hasn't gotten a single contract offer from any team, and even said that he's been blackballed by the NBA. So his beef with LeBron was career ruining, which reminds me of Russell Westbrook's beef that turned his entire life into a meme. The beef between Westbrook and Patrick Beverley was born from a life-changing moment. Here, this play.
And Westbrook hobbling away. Really went for the steal.
Beverley just going for that steal changed Westbrook's life forever. Because not only did it force Westbrook out of the game and out of the playoffs, Beverley tore Westbrook's meniscus so badly, it required 3 surgeries to repair. This was the type of injury that takes months to heal. So the entire time that Westbrook rehabbed, all he could think about was the next time he saw Beverley, it was on site. And Beverley felt no need to show any sympathy. But that was just the beginning of the chaos. Their beef never went away. Even when Beverley got traded, he still had a target on his back when Big Daddy Westbrook came to town. And that's when Westbrook slapped him with a brand new taunt.
Right by him, just slithered around the crafty defensive player who just can't defend him.
Just look at him. Dude's out here rocking the baby at a grown-ass man. But Beverley took that personally. And later in the game, he tried to ruin Westbrook's life again. Alright, there's no way Beverley's doing that on accident. Dude's really out here trying to ruin careers by dolphin diving like a sweaty cod kid. Of course this made the two get into a debate, but after the game, Westbrook said something that made nobody look at Beverley the same.
Pat Bev trick y'all, man, like you play defense. He don't guard nobody, man, just running around doing nothing.
Now, the way Westbrook talked about Beverley didn't seem like much, but clowning another man's D can really ruin a reputation. And from that interview on, no players looked at Beverley as somebody who was more than a meme. And he even admitted that what Westbrook said began ruining his career.
You know, people looked at me differently. People around the NBA, coaches, players. After that, people were just taking the ball, just going at me. I'm like, what the f***? Like, all because of what one person said.
Now at this point, Beverley had to do something to save his reputation. And well, what better way than using Westbrook's downfall to his advantage? Because once Westbrook got traded to the Lakers, nobody was more ready to catch Westbrook slipping than Beverley. He watched Westbrook have the worst season of his career, and not only did Beverley turn Westbrook's own words against him, the next time they played each other, Beverley trolled Westbrook harder than ever. When Beverley scored a layup, he actually walked down court doing Westbrook's rock-a-baby taunt at him while staring him in the eyes. Later that quarter, Beverley got a steal on Westbrook and walked down court saying, he's trash. Then in the fourth quarter, when Westbrook pulled out one of his signature moves, an air ball, Beverley and his teammates let the ref know just how off that shot was.
Get a timeout.
So just when you think things can't make the hate for each other any worse, the Lakers felt the right move was signing Beverley to make them teammates. So I'm excited to see how the hate for each other plays out. I mean, the only thing crazier than that is thinking you're better than the greatest player in the world. Cause Ja Morant's been humiliating the entire NBA. But what he's doing against today's players got to his head a little too much. Cause now that he's having his best season ever, out of nowhere, he called out the GOAT.
But if you could have talked to Michael Jordan, what would you have said?
I would like to, play against him.
This time you're not saying, I would have cooked her.
I would have cooked him too.
Hold up, you'd cook Jordan?
Maybe you cook for Jordan, but you aren't cooking Jordan.
Once Ja said that about Black Jesus, of course it went viral and every sports show was talking about it. But nobody agreed with Ja. Sports analysts didn't.
No way, no how would Ja Morant have cooked Michael Jordan. Nah.
NBA legends who actually played against Jordan didn't.
Mike is Mike, man. The best player ever, man, I ever played. All these kids talk a lot of shit, Ja. Hey, man, stop with that shit. You don't want them problems, bro.
Even another star in today's NBA, Zach LaVine, was willing to bet $250 million on a 1v1 between the two.
Prime Ja, prime MJ. $250 million on the line. Who you going with?
Jordan, man, he's the best all time.
But the best response to Ja came from Jordan himself. But even though Jordan literally laughed at dude, Ja just had to say one more thing to piss everybody off. He said if you put Michael Jordan in today's game, he's just another superstar. But realistically, this is a beef I don't think can ever end. Besides, John needs to spend time dubbing players of this generation so he can actually create a legacy. The only award dude has is Rookie of the Year. He needs some MVPs and championships before Grandpa Jordan even considers getting on a court and risking his legacy. But I never thought I'd hear about NBA legends beefing over superheroes until I learned about the hate between Dwight Howard and Shaq. They were actually beefing over which of them was the real Superman. Shaq first became a super fan of Superman when he began his career on the Magic. And all cause their team was ass, he damn near saved him like a superhero by dominating and helping him win games. So he literally got nicknamed Superman. That name completely took over his life moving forward, and you could tell when Shaq made his way to the Lakers. Shaq got Superman's logo tatted on him, got 2 Superman rings, designed his cars with Superman logos.
Most 7-footers can't fit into sports cars, but I can, and I'm in there comfortably.
And he even Superman themed his entire house with basketball courts, beds, fish tanks, movie theaters, and even a real-life replica of Superman in his backyard.
This guy right here, he watches my doc. He's Superman. He sees you.
This man's Superman fetish was real, but as Shaq's basketball career came to an end, another Legends was just beginning. Dwight Howard was not only becoming a superstar, or superhero, when he came into the league, he was following in the exact same footsteps as Shaq, so things got heated fast. Dwight started his career on the Magic, just like Shaq, was a dominant big man, just like Shaq. Dwight was even weirdly obsessed with Superman, just like Shaq. From having a custom Superman-themed bike, to also having Superman statues and a painting of him as the Black Superman. This dude even trains while he's dressed as Superman. It seemed like Dwight was on a mission to actually become Superman at this point, and things got wilder than ever during the 2008 Slam Dunk Contest, where he did something so super, it became one of the most iconic moments in NBA history.
He's gonna put it on, right?
Superman is in the building. He's got the cape moving. He's got it flapping. Oh my gosh. Oh! You win, young fella! You win! Superman! Superman is here! Oh my goodness! That is incredible! Are you kidding me? Do you see this?
After the world saw that, everyone knew who the real Superman was, and Dwight even admitted it became his new nickname.
I got the nickname Superman from Soulja Boy because he had a song called Superman. I used to lift crazy weights.
Right. How much could you bench?
430.
Why the hell you need to bench that? Basketball don't weigh but like 2 pounds?
You're right. That's why my free throws was like that.
Nah, Dwight, your free throw was like that before.
No.
But after Shaq heard that, there was no way he was gonna let that slide. Shaq tried to do whatever he could to make Dwight seem like super trash. Like when he claimed other centers around the NBA who were ass played better than Dwight. Dwight knew the real reason Shaq was hating though.
He's mad about Superman. I didn't know Superman came from Shaquille O'Neal. He's still mad about it. And I always suggest he just sit down and get on with his life.
And yeah, Dwight really clowned Shaq while wearing glasses that made him look exactly like the nerdy dude who turns into Superman in the movies. So all cause of that, Shaq dropped a diss track.
Like I said before, you will get devoured. But don't you ever call me Dwight Howard. Ask that boy LeBron. Huh? Who the hell is the real Superman? Who the best of the best? I was born with the S. I'm done.
Now just think about that. A grown man was really freestyling about how he's the real Superman. I already thought this shit was getting out of hand. Then Shaq photoshopped a pic of him postering Dwight during a game with the caption saying, "There can only be one Superman. #me." Now, part of me feels like Dwight actually liked a man on top of him like that.
Yeah, I'm not gay.
But Shaq was determined to make Dwight hate him by clowning him 1,000,000 times on TV.
A super travel by Superman. Slow reaction time here for Superman. Superman pulls the chair on himself. Check out this sick dunk by Superman.
Then after he said all that himself, Shaq reposted Dwight getting roasted by corny-ass comedians or whatever they thought they were with these jokes.
Speaking of 2004, why that year they ain't let you play more?
I ain't gonna lie, Dwight. You been in the league for a long time, man. We don't even know who the hell you play for.
Hold on. He tried with the Magic.
That was tragic.
And then he tried with the Hawks.
That's what he thought.
And then he tried with the Rockets.
They told his ass you need to stop it.
After Shaq posted that, Dwight fired back at him saying, "We can have a roast battle if you want. I got 10 in the chamber for you," which had Shaq clowning Dwight for having no rings when he replied, "I only battle champions, little man. You ain't in my division. You in Charles Barkley division. Focus on getting that ring, brother." Now maybe that last sentence is exactly why Dwight rejoined one of the best teams in the league right after, the Lakers, then not only recreated a Superman dunk at the dunk contest just to piss Shaq off again.
I don't give a damn what he had on. There's only one Superman.
But listen, guy goes into a phone booth, comes out with a cape on with an S on his chest. What was I supposed to call him?
Dwight Howard.
Dwight with a cape on! A guy wearing a Superman costume.
That's how I was bad.
After all that went down, Dwight did eventually become a champion, which Shaq told him to do. Dwight didn't play much to earn it though, and was crying after he accomplished the goal, so Shaq just had to send another shot his way saying, "A lot of players bragging on their little Instagram like they were the reason they won a championship. Sit your ass down, you didn't do nothing. Front runner, bandwagon jumper, post one pick and sit your ass down, shut your ass up." Shaq was just never down to give Dwight any type of respect no matter what he did, all because of their Superman rivalry. But what if I told you an NBA legend hates LeBron James? Because he got the dude's entire life turned into memes. This ain't just a random old head. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a man many claim is one of the NBA's greatest ever, which made me think he'd actually respect LeBron, because not only is he also a GOAT, both of their basketball careers were nearly the same. Kareem was one of the greatest high school players ever, so was LeBron. Kareem was the #1 pick in the NBA draft, so was LeBron. Kareem even made a crazy amount of all-star teams, was awarded MVPs, won championships, and even made his way to the Lakers later in his career, and I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. To all of that, so did LeBron. And ironically, that's what led to Kareem not only hating on LeBron, but becoming jealous of him. As LeBron came up and started becoming a basketball god, he climbed the record books while accomplishing legendary things. And it began overshadowing Kareem to the point where dude wasn't even mentioning GOAT debates anymore, even though LeBron hadn't accomplished as much as him. So Kareem already couldn't hold in the hate much longer. Then when LeBron pulled off a clutch moment and celebrated by doing one of the most iconic and banned celebrations, the big balls dance, clearly his balls were bigger than Kareem's or something, cause dude went on a rant.
LeBron was fined $15,000 for doing a big balls dance after the Lakers win over the Pistons. Huh? For me, winning is enough. Why do you need to do a stupid, childish dance and disrespect the other team on the court? It doesn't make sense. Goats don't dance.
Goats don't dance? Man's dementia must have been kicking in, cause Kobe did the same celebration before, and Michael Jordan's documentary is literally called The Last Dance. Obviously Kareem was just taking shots at LeBron for no reason. And a few weeks later, he got even more pissed at nothing when deadly illness was taking over the world, and LeBron kinda made a big joke out of it on Instagram with memes by comparing COVID-19 to the common cold and captioning the post, "Help me out, folks." Now, I was surprised that old dude Kareem even knew how to work a phone enough to see that post, but he was pissed because he's always been a strong voice towards real world issues. He felt LeBron was spreading misinformation and being a bad role model by downplaying the virus. So Kareem not only said LeBron was just plain wrong and that LeBron's meme was a blow to his worthy legacy, reports also came out that Kareem said some of LeBron's actions are beneath him and that some of the things he's done he should be embarrassed about. LeBron didn't even need to respond though, because he knew he was closing in on one of Kareem's most legendary records ever, the most points scored in NBA history, and knew passing that would be the ultimate payback for the hate. So when everyone was anticipating LeBron breaking the record soon, of course Kareem was being brought up to him.
Do you have any thoughts on Kareem, and also if you have a relationship with him?
No thoughts. And no relationship.
And after that, another one of the most legendary players ever, also one of Kareem's ex-teammates, Magic Johnson, even knew Kareem was salty his record might get tough.
How do you think he will handle that?
Well, I don't think well. I mean, let's just be honest. And the fact that it's a dude playing for the Lakers, too. I think it'll be a hard pill to swallow. He eventually...
Because he's had that record for almost 40 years, Kareem.
And I think he thought he was going to have it forever.
Now, the history wasn't about to get made, though, until February 7th, 2023. LeBron walked in dressed in all black like it was a funeral, because he was about to kill this old man. Funny enough though, Kareem actually decided to show up for the game. Once things got underway, LeBron kept scoring and was inching closer and closer to Kareem's record. So cameras kept zooming in on dude, and every time, this dude was looking salty as hell. Fans were posting about all the times he'd pop up on screen, and I swear, either this man was mad every time, or he was imagining that when LeBron was about to break the record, he'd run out and do this.
LeBron James, a shot at Curry with a block. Maybe learned.
Either way, LeBron was eventually a shot away.
coming to the end of the third quarter. LeBron James, a shot at history. LeBron stands alone. The NBA's all-time scoring record now belongs to LeBron James.
The all-time leading scorer. You have witnessed it. LeBron James.
After breaking the most legendary record of Kareem's life, yeah, he congratulated LeBron afterwards, cause well, he damn near had to or he'd look like a bitch. Regardless, there's no way the hate will ever go away when now LeBron will forever overshadow him. But that hate doesn't come close to the rest of the players in this video. Like one player's beef with a legend made their own families fight each other. But before I get to that, Paul Pierce's beef with an NBA legend got him clowned by the entire world. It shouldn't even be a surprise that there's tension between Paul and Dwayne Wade, because their former teams, the Heat and Celtics, were two of the best in the league at the same time, so a rivalry was sparked when it was a crazy game every time they played each other, and sometimes the two legends would damn near fight. Things eventually got crazier though when rumors spread that Dwayne was secretly trying to recruit Pierce's teammates to ruin their squad, and eventually one of the Celtics' main players, Ray Allen, came to play with the Heat. This led to the Celtics never being able to beat them in the playoffs again, so the Heat went on to win a few more championships. And while Dwayne was thriving, Pierce slowly fell off, got traded over and over again, and was forgotten. Until dude became an analyst on TV and started wilding out by saying crazy things.
We're just getting a taste of them. I'm like, I'm tired of getting a taste of them. I want the whole load.
But one of the most ridiculous things he said sparked some hate.
Paul, riddle me this. Who's the better NBA player?
That's easy. I can say that off the bat. That's me. If you give me Shaq, if you give me LeBron,
they did. Call the big three. What are you doing right now?
If you give me these guys early in my career, I'll be sitting on 5 or 6 championships. Easy.
Now, I'm sure Pierce is like most of us, just trying to hype himself up in front of a thought. We all know how he loves being around girls.
Hey.
No matter what he was trying to do with his comparison to Dwayne though, or however he was trying to look, it only ended up getting him cooked by literally everybody.
Dwayne Wade has 3 titles. You had 1. Dwayne Wade was in the conversation as one of the top 5, top 10 players in the NBA. That was not Paul Pierce.
And since Dwayne Wade isn't here to defend his honor, he's made All-NBA first team twice. Paul hasn't done it. He made All-NBA 8 times to your 4. Ooh. He's made All-Defensive team 3 times to your 0. Rough. He's won 1 scoring title. You weren't able to win the scoring title.
That's too bad.
He has 3 rings. You have 1 ring.
Ooh, 3 is bigger than 1.
Even Dwayne's wife jumped in to say this hate was wrong on so many levels. And after that, of course Dwayne had to let us all know that Pierce was clearly just being delusional because of his hate towards him.
You were talking earlier about what you've learned. I've learned that Paul Pierce is a jackass. Have you ever wanted to just tell Paul to shut the f*** up?
I mean, listen, rent is expensive in America, and I'm living rent-free. It's documented. I don't need to say anything. I'll let you guys go ahead and talk about all that stuff. And everybody mad that I was able to play with different guys. Like, just because I was able to play with Shaq and then able to play with LeBron. It's not easy to play with guys, especially different styles. I got to learn how to play with all those guys, and I did. And so I'm happy with my career, and I don't know who's not happy with theirs, but I'm sorry if you're not, but I'm happy with the way mine went.
Now, like Dwayne said, he actually likes living in Pierce's head rent-free, but at least things haven't turned violent, because Damian Lillard's beef with the legend made their own families fight each other. Everything started in the 2019 playoffs when during an elimination game, Dame and his squad were up against Paul George and the Thunder. Both teams went back and forth to keep things close, until there were only a few seconds left. Dame brought the ball up, Paul was guarding him because, well, he was one of the best defenders in the league at the time, and one play was about to spark some hate.
Lillard, long-range 3, and it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! Are you kidding me?
A game-winning shot in Paul's face to end the series, and Dame taunted him by waving bye-bye. That type of disrespect would have even hurt me, but at least I wouldn't have been making excuses in the post-game interview like Paul did.
I mean, that's a bad shot. I don't care what anybody says, that's a bad shot. But hey, he made it. That story won't be told that it was a bad shot.
Now, alright. What? I don't know how dude could even say a shot that went in by one of the best shooters in the league was a
bad shot.
But clearly dude was just salty, and him saying that had Dame literally clowning his D.
I literally work on those shots, and I don't work on it so I can just come out and just shoot it for the whole game. I mean, for him to say that's a bad shot, I mean, that's just kind of being a poor sport. If anything, it was bad defense.
Now, regardless of who thought what, Paul was traded to another team, so if that didn't make him even more salty, what was about to happen next definitely did. When a rematch between Paul and Dame was taking place, even though this time Paul was with his new squad, the Clippers, the game was once again close until the very end. Until Dame, one of the best free throw shooters of all time, stepped up to the line and had a chance to potentially close the game out. But here's where one of Paul's boys, one of the ugliest trolls in the league, Patrick Beverly, started messing with Dame.
I see Doc disagree with the call, usually very supportive of the official.
His first free throws of the day. Missed them both.
Both. Dude missed both, even though he never does that. Clearly, Beverly and the boys thought they did something to make it happen, so they taunted Dame by doing Dude's own signature celebrations back at him, by pointing at their wrist, meaning it was Dame time, and even waving bye-bye at him, like Dude did to Paul not too long ago. So Dame clearly took this personally.
Going back to the beginning, like, I missed 2 free throws at the end of the game, which is not something that I typically would do. You know, teams gonna be hype about it. Teams gonna talk trash, but it turned into a taunt, you know, to me when they started tapping the wrist and waving way after the fact. So when I was asked about it, I was like, shots being fired in my direction, I'm gonna fire back facts.
Asking me about Patrick Beverly, who I sent him home before at the end of a game.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good!
Paul George just got sent home by me last year in the playoffs.
Lillard, long range three. It's good! At the buzzer!
And after Dame said all of that, his quote went crazy viral when Bleacher Report posted it on the gram, because it was during a time that Dame was facing opponents in the playoffs that he clearly wasn't gonna be. So Beverly and George tried completely jinxing him by basically saying he was gonna get kicked out the playoffs and sent on vacation. Beverly commented that Dame was getting sent to Cancun on 3, then Paul said, "You're getting sent home this year, respect." Now, Dame barely acknowledged Beverly, cause dude's ass. He just replied to Paul by clowning him for damn near going to new teams every time he loses, by atting him and saying, "Keep switching teams, running from the grind. You boys is chumps." Now, I didn't think things could get any crazier than all that, but I'm a YouTuber, not a pro hooper, so what the hell do I know? Clearly the hate wasn't over when a fan tweeted one of Paul's horrible looking jump shots from the bubble, added Dame by asking if it was a good shot, and he responded by saying, "Looks good to me." Then when Paul's squad ended up being the ones who pulled a Warriors special by choking a 3-1 lead in the playoffs, Dame tweeted at that homeless looking ass man who was clowning him earlier saying, "Hey, Pat Bev, I guess I should extend this Cancun invite since I haven't made my arrangements yet." At this point, the hate was for real, and you could tell when things got heated between the players' families afterwards. On Instagram, Dame's sister literally called out Paul and his wife.
You can't talk. You got a whole stripper pregnant, then you wife the bitch. Then look at her lips, look at her face. Come on now, baby boy, don't, cause I'm getting personal with it.
Wait, she really clowned girl like that? To be honest though, she's tripping cause this girl's pretty bad. So I'm kinda glad she got involved to win the situation once and for all when she said, "Somebody come get this cow." Damn! Wow, she really said girl looked like... So this beef was over. But Joel Embiid's beef with a star got the player murdered. Everything started in a triple overtime game against the Thunder when Steven Adams fouled out and Embiid waved him off the court.
Embiid's certainly aware that it's his 6th personal.
After that, the Thunder ended up winning the game, so Adams' teammate Russell Westbrook waved back at Embiid and told him to go home. But the trash talk didn't end there. This had both of them talking shit about each other during post-game interviews.
I'll tell him to go home. You know, he was talking mess to Steve-O, fouled out, waving to the crowd, which is unnecessary.
Do you think that he sometimes crosses the line a little bit?
I'm not about to get back and forth with him. I'm not about to give him my energy.
I mean, this is my home, so I guess it's on him to go home. I mean, the dude shot like 10 for 33. I wish I would have shot 33 times and told him to go home, man. This is my home, man. I ain't going nowhere.
So just like that, the beef between Embiid and Westbrook was born, and everybody was anticipating their next matchup. But when that game came, Embiid started things off with a bang.
Good show and go. Embiid detonates on Westbrook and stares him down.
Oh my God, Embiid not only caught a body, he stared him down as he ran down the court. He's dirty for that. As the game went on though, not only was that enough motivation for Westbrook to dominate enough to carry his team to a lead,
Adams on the alley-oop by Simmons through an interception, and Westbrook with the layup at the other end. Words, folks. And talk about crashing a bucket. That's a crash. That's right. Wow.
In the end, he dribbled out the clock while staring directly at Embiid the whole time as the Thunder secured the win.
Philadelphia has their modest 2-game win streak stopped here at Chesapeake Energy Arena. Simmons and Embiid were not quite ready tonight.
So after Embiid watched that, he made sure he went viral with a pic on Instagram that let everybody know the best play of the night, his dunk on Westbrook. Dude even set the location as crime scene investigation, which was basically saying that's where Westbrook got murdered. The hate for each other was clearly real, and Embiid wasn't getting over it anytime soon. That's why in their next matchup, he tried to kill Westbrook again.
He turned him over. Westbrook against Embiid, and Embiid slobbers him. Lands on top of Westbrook. What a collision underneath.
I don't think he just landed, man. He had a little extra to it.
You guys are cool?
No.
Why he was mad, I have no idea, but he's always in his feelings, so I have no idea.
In the end though, their beef is pretty one-sided, because in the 16 games they played against each other, Embiid's pulled off a win 12 times, compared to Westbrook only winning 4 times. It kinda seems like no matter what team Westbrook's on, he just can't ever beat Embiid. Even in the All-Star games, Westbrook gets dominated by him. So I don't see the hate for each other going away anytime soon. And I don't see it going away for Lonzo Ball's beef either, because his hate towards his own teammate ended with a diss track.
Don't know who your daddy is, well your ass is getting some.
Right when Lonzo got drafted to the NBA and became a Laker, he was already being asked questions about his new teammate, Kyle Kuzma.
What was the scouting report on Kuzma in college? He wasn't that good, to be honest. I mean, I don't even remember him when we played him.
That slight comment didn't seem like much, but it was enough to get some beef started. And what they were gonna do on the court together couldn't even compare to what they were doing on social media. Lonzo and all of his teammates would clown Kuz for wearing the exact same Nike Tech fit every day, and some of them would even clown how Kuz looked as a kid, but I don't blame him. Kuzma had to respond with some bangers though, because not only would he clown Lonzo for how he shoots a basketball, he had his fans vote on which of the people clowning him every day had the worst hairline growing up. Lonzo, LaMelo, or Josh Hart. And even though I thought they were all ugly as fuck, Kuzma was just getting started with clowning them. He began dissing them to their faces on his Instagram story.
Hey, yo, big dog, you hungry, bro? This dude is eating plain cheese. That's it. Poor baby can't play Fortnite anymore. Oh, guess you have to find a new hobby then, huh, buddy boy? And this dude is working. This dude is lifting in skinny jeans right now, in Vans. This dude is trash. You're trash, man. You're washed.
Then Kuzma started spreading fake trade rumors about Lonzo.
I was on Hoop Type earlier tonight, and I saw we were about to trade him for a bag of peanuts or something. That'd be a good trade.
And the craziest part of it all was when he dropped a roast at Lonzo, clowning his entire life.
Lonzo's face looks like a deep dish pepperoni pizza. Lonzo's right name is ZO2, but it really should be 21 Sad Bitch. Lonzo smells like a kind of shake that ass. If this song was about Lonzo's jump shot, it'd be saying, shit, shit, shit.
Now jokes like those were definitely personal, so Lonzo wasn't taking any of that. He just hopped in the booth to do something Kuz could never, and clowned him so badly, there was no recovering from this.
Who are you without ZO2? Just another dude with a bunch of tattoos. Claiming that I can't shoot, but all these words is hitting you. Don't know who your daddy is, well your ass is getting some. We both taking shots, the only difference you ain't hitting none. Trust me boy, I'm not the one. If you the bullet, I'm the gun. If you the pot, I'm cooking some.
God damn, Lonzo went in! For the first time, because all of his songs are usually ass.
Diamonds on my neck and wrist, they get up.
Anyways, this put their beef in the headlines and had many people concerned with the Lakers' future cause of it.
It's serious because it exposes their childish tendencies. And obviously, when you're a professional basketball player, particularly considering that you're the Los Angeles Lakers who haven't had any success in recent memory, definitely you can't have these kind of hiccups. Whether it's LeBron, when you're a veteran and you've experienced what they've experienced and you know what's required in order to win, that gives the indication that some babysitting is going to need to take place.
So after all that was said, the Lakers forced them to calm down for a sec. And cause they were tired of them hating on each other, they eventually traded Lonzo away anyways. Their beef really broke up the team, man. That's crazy. Now, their situation was kinda just tough love, but none of the other beefs we're getting into are joking around. Like Damian Lillard's beef with another star was so bad, it fueled him to have one of the craziest games in NBA history. Dame had a secret motivation to destroy the Warriors, and it was all one man's fault, Jordan Poole.
2 years ago, we played against Golden State, and Steph was hurt, Draymond was hurt, and we was playing against him, and he wasn't playing a lot of minutes, but he did a move, and he scored on me. He hit a 3, and he started talking shit. He said something, so I kind of looked back like, what? I don't talk shit. I don't say nothing. I just play. If somebody say something to me, I'll say something back, but whatever. So I think I had 40, but we lost at Golden State. I'm at the free throw line, and he's just back there talking. So I turned to him, and I'm like, man, shut the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Shut up. He was like, make me. Then shortly after after that, we played him on, I think, MLK Day in Portland, and he was on the bench, and I started the game real slow. And he on the bench, he says, "Oh, he ain't on shit tonight." That's what he said from the bench. So I turn and look at him. So then Draymond is sitting next to him, and me and Draymond are real cool.
That's where everyone realized Poole f***ed up.
What? 3, Little and back outside. Look at him drive. Look at him go. Look at Brooks dancing free. A 3. Go.
In that game, I ended up scoring 60 points, and we beat him in Portland. And I just remember telling Draymond, like, man, I don't mess with that dude like that. Like, I don't like him.
Damn, Dame really had to teach that little baby a lesson. And now I see why Draymond did what he did. But Giannis Antetokounmpo's hate towards another star had him beefing with a ladder? What? Before all of that, though, Giannis's beef with Montrezl Harrell began when dude tried breaking his arm.
It was hit the head. Giannis springs. Oh, and Harrell takes him down hard.
Yeah, and Giannis was hurt so badly he couldn't even get up, so his teammates had to trash talk for him. Montrez definitely made that dirty play on purpose. And even though Giannis kept his cool that time, eventually when Montrez got traded to the 76ers, both dudes faced off again, where their beef went to another level. During the game, Giannis played like ass. He missed 11 of his 15 free throws and completely choked away the win. So afterwards, he wanted to put in some much needed overtime to practice. The only problem was, Giannis was practicing on his opponent's court.
I was shooting, and while I was shooting, I don't bother nobody, I was shooting in my basket, and they come and took the ball from me like I was a little kid. They took my ball on the other side of the court to shoot, and I'm literally looking, I say, this cannot be possible. We are not kids, we are grown, we are all grown adults.
All because of that, Montrez felt like Giannis was disrespecting their home, grabbed Giannis's ball, and things got heated.
He said, get him out of here. But wait, Trez over here shooting. What? How you gonna take his ball? They got 2 balls. Wow. Give him a ball.
In my opinion, Montrez was just being a baby. He took the ball to the other side to have his own little shoot around, so Giannis had to go to the locker room and come back out with another ball. But this time, he found Sixers staff members using a ladder to fix the hoop he was shooting on. Like, right now, are you f***ing kidding me? Now Giannis was about to break something. The Sixers clearly didn't want Giannis there anymore, so when his brother stepped in to defend the situation, him and Montrez got even more heated.
I'm seeing yeah, I'm one of them. You can try to find out, my boy. You got me fucked up. Beat your ass in here, bro.
Now, alright, I'm not gonna act like I wouldn't have paid to see that fight, because it probably would have been more real than Jake Paul's bullshit. After all that though, Montrez hopped on Twitter saying, I asked the man if he can get off the court so I can work out, he ignored me, so hey, that's what you get, respect is respect. Good night. So the entire situation had fans create one of the wildest memes in history as a sequel to it all, where the latter got revenge on Giannis.
Oh, that's going to be a flagrant move.
It's not a basketball play.
That is not. Wow.
Upon review, a flagrant foul warranted what has been assessed.
Man, a ladder getting revenge is crazy. But not as crazy as Paul George's beef that had him hating on another player because he got fingered by a dude. The beef began in the NBA's bubble when Devin Booker did this in Paul's face.
Booker, this is for the win. Got it!
That shot one booked the game, had fans going crazy. And pro athletes all around the world were talking about it. So Paul started feeling the pressure getting cooked by a young star, never got over it. And you could tell in their next matchup that the hate was real. Cause in another close game, Paul took a hard foul and started trash talking one of Book's teammates. When Book stepped in though, it turned into him and Paul wanting to fight so badly, they had to be held back by teammates.
I don't know what Paul George is really upset about.
Now even though the beef delayed the game and the Clippers finished things off with a regular season win, Book got the last laugh in the playoffs when he not only nearly ended Paul's career with a dirty play, the trash talking between them kept going on, and Book squad eliminated Paul's ass from the postseason. Now, after all of that, their beef did stay quiet for a while, until things took an unexpected turn during a completely different matchup involving a completely different player. one of Paul's close NBA friends, Klay Thompson, got into his own beef with Book.
This is what I like to see. Two guards going at it, talking junk to one another. Look at Thompson and Booker. Yes, elite two guards. They're still going at it. And look at Booker and look at Klay Thompson continuing to go at one another.
What do you think led to him just going there? Like, he got far more upset than you did.
I think everything plays into that. It's frustration. I've been there before. You know what they have. They have 4 rings, so they're going to use that in all the trash talk, rightfully so.
Now, this beef went viral because in the middle of it all, Klay was bragging about what his fingers do. He held up 4 of them, which represented how he had 4 championship rings compared to Book's 0. He's wild for that. And this became a big enough deal for Paul to invite Klay onto his podcast to joke about the beef.
You low-key a trash talker. What's the favorite bar you dropped on someone in the league? I know Book, you gave him the...
Yeah, I was in my feelings, though. And Book was
time.
busting my ass that day. I was not where I needed to be. Yeah. Stuff doesn't age well. Now that it age well for me, like, I don't need to be flexing 4 rings, bro. Like, everybody know that. And we all get insecure at times. I managed to admit that we all have our moments of weakness. So I'm not really proud of that one.
Now, even though Klay regretted his trash talk with Book, it seemed like Paul was only trying to instigate things so he could clickbait his title, make Book look bad, and the podcast would get more views. That kinda sounds like me. But anyways, Book commented on a post of the clip saying, "Is that the answer you was looking for?" And after that went viral, at first Paul acted like he had no idea what dude was even talking about.
My thoughts on Booker's comments. I mean, he didn't really say nothing other than that what you wanted to hear. I don't really care. That's Klay's answer. I asked a question, Klay gave his response. That's Klay's answer. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. Sorry ass response.
With him capping like that though, the beef was clearly not over. So a reporter made things worse by saying they should just settle things in a game of 2K, and eventually that led to Paul letting us know how he really felt.
Ronnie 2K was recently talking about you. He said that he's not sure if you're the best NBA 2K-er now, and he actually said he doesn't know if Devin Booker is better than you.
Well, only one way to find out.
Would you play Devin in an NBA 2K game?
Nah.
Is there anything that you would want to clear up about that moment? Have you all been able to speak?
I don't know where it took the turn. Things got heated when we played, conversation sparked. Again, this goes down to respect line, and me and Devin always been good. Well, he was little bro when he came in the league, and then all of a sudden, the temperature changed, and to where now it's a line that was passed. To go off that question, it was just me asking Klay. Obviously, it was about that moment, and his answer was his answer. But I'm never looking to do clickbait stuff. Whatever Klay's answer was, that was his answer. But again, he took it upon himself to be seen or heard in that moment. Now it is what it is. It's stuck. If it's up, then it's stuck.
Damn, I doubt the hate for each other will ever end. But players are nothing compared to the 2 NBA teams beefing over who daddy is.
But in these playoffs, he became the Lakers' daddy!
The Lakers and Nuggets beef has been brewing for a while, because a few years ago in the bubble, not only were they trash talking each other, the Lakers hit crazy shots against them to eventually end their playoff run.
Sedan, here's Davis, 4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good! Anthony Davis has won it for the Lakers!
Even though the Nuggets played great, the Lakers were all anybody cared about, and eventually they won a championship, so the Nuggets season was completely forgotten. Now, they could have been salty, but they just used it as motivation to become better than ever, and they took the 2023 season by storm, dominating everybody in their way, except the Lakers. When they played, Mike's caught LeBron trash talking him during the game. And after that, he eventually took over and led the Lakers to a win. So everybody was hoping the teams would face off later in the year. And well, even though the Lakers played like ass the majority of the season, when it came time for the playoffs, they smacked everybody in their way to defy everybody's expectations and somehow reached the Western Conference Finals. This was where the fans' wishes were granted, because it was time for a Lakers-Nuggets rematch, but this time, the Nuggets had a point to prove.
Inside for the dunk. The Porter for the slam. Back out, Porter. Corner 3. Got it right. Brown throws it down. Murray. Put it up. Falling away, puts it up. Bang!
And as you could see, the Nuggets were not messing around. While talking shit the entire time and damn near fighting, not only did it earn the Nuggets their first Western Conference Finals championship ever, they beat the Lakers so badly, LeBron almost retired.
I don't get a kick out of making a conference appearance. I've done it a lot. But we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward. But I don't know. I got a lot to think about, to be honest. Just for me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, got a lot to think about.
After he said that, the Nuggets moved on to the NBA Finals against a completely different opponent and ended up beating them easily to officially become NBA champions. At this point, there was no reason for the Lakers or LeBron to be in any of their mouths, but the Nuggets coach Mike Malone was obsessed with him.
Speaking of the Lakers, I just want you guys to know this is breaking news. I'm thinking about retiring, so don't tell anybody. We win game 1 against the Lakers, and the headlines are, Lakers figure out Nuggets. And and we're up 1-0. I've never seen that in the conference finals where a team is up 1-0, and they're talking about Rui Hachimura guarding Nikola, and the Lakers have figured us out. You win the series, the narrative is the Lakers, the Lakers, the Lakers. We don't give a shit.
And obviously him trolling LeBron like that was gonna make headlines. The Nuggets made things even wilder the next day at the championship parade though, because with everybody lit and celebrating in front of their entire city, the Nuggets organization got wild on the mic.
No coach has ever told an opposing team and its fan base to take that L on the way out. He came into this world as the son of a coach, but in these playoffs, he became the Lakers' daddy.
Alright, calling him the Lakers' daddy, dude was meat riding to the max. After that, LeBron was the first Laker to address that nonsense, even though he was across the globe at a racing event. He posted on Instagram and said, "In Europe for the last few weeks minding my business, and I hear I'm on your mind that much, huh? I mean, I guess I see why. Please make being player cool again, cause the lame machine is at an all-time high. Enjoy your light, but just know I'm the sun. I stay on forever." And after he said all of that, Anthony Davis followed suit by letting the world know that the Nuggets trash talk is nothing but motivation.
It's very motivational. I mean, the talking and all the Lakers, it was just so much of that going on. Like, all right, we get it, y'all won. But, I think, me and Brian had some conversations like, we can't wait. It's a lot of motivation. Like, you want to win. Anytime you lose, it's motivation to get ready for the next season and try to compete for a championship. So that in itself is motivation, but also all the little talking that have been going around all summer.
Y'all heard it?
Yeah.